Hello everyone, welcome to GoLeopards.com, the Lafayette Sports Network at it again, as for the first time we are here to reveal the recruits for the class of 2020. I'm Gary Laubach along with John Leone and head coach Theresa Grentz. We'll start with the women. Head coach Fran O'Hanlon will be coming up in the second half of the program. And Theresa, I'll ask the first question. Your 34th year of coaching, but it seems kind of odd that I'm talking to you about next year's team before this year's team has played a game.
And that's why I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, because I'm very excited about this year's team. I think this team is going to do some really neat things. I love them. Great group of young women. And I really want them to be able to experience the collegiality of an athletic situation such as this.
Well, then I assume you're a little nervous, a little ready to go against Delaware on Friday
I don't even talk about that. I'm not sleeping.
So the sleep has stopped already.
Some things don't change. Some things don't change. You know, Theresa, the one thing that is encouraging, I think, from someone who's been here for a long, long time, it's very different recruiting at a place like Lafayette. It's obviously, we set the bar very high for ourselves. There's lots of obstacles, but I think what's encouraging is you've been through this for a year. You understand it, but there are some differences between the Rutgerses of the world and the Illinois of the world and being here. Talk about your transition.
Excellent point. And what happened is, obviously, if you're recruiting for a BCS school, your recruiting pool is this big. You're recruiting for a Lafayette, it's this big. It gets cut considerably. And then on top of that, it gets even cut even more because you have to find those that are interested in you. And my staff of Kristen Foley, C.K. Calhoun, and Ross James have done a fabulous job, because the academic side, as you said, very, very important. We have to have the academics. So I said, don't bring me anybody that doesn't have at least a 4.0, and then we'll go from there. And they've done that. And so the kids coming in, because I don't want to put anybody in a situation that would be overwhelmed academically. It's just not fair. And this is such a fabulous school academically that you're going to have both. You're going to have the athletic side, you're going to have the academic side. Incredible opportunity, which is why I came back. It's not just, calling plays and standing in the silent. This is really special.
Well, let's talk about the four that you definitely have signed, sealed, and ready to deliver here at Lafayette the following season. We'll start with Erie, Pennsylvania's Sarah Agnello, as she played for Villa Maria Academy, obviously a very good high school girls basketball team. So tell us a little bit about her as we take a look at her playing at Villa Maria.
Well, Sarah is someone who, when she sees the ball, there's not a shot that she doesn't like. That's number one. She's at least 5'10", 5'11". She's a big guard, and she's going to shoot it. So if they can shoot it in high school and make it, they've got a really good chance of coming to college and doing it. I like her competitive spirit. Villa Maria has been a team that's constantly in the state championships and playing for that. As you can see by the crowd, she's not afraid to play in front of people. So she's been there, she's done that. We're excited about it. She's going to be one of our shooters.
And she's not just a one-dimensional player. I mean, you saw from the highlights there, Theresa, that she can put it on the floor. And for someone at that size to be able to stretch the defense and then put it on the floor when they close out, that's huge, because she's a little too tall for a smaller guard, and she's a little too quick. No, I know.
Never too tall.
A little too quick for a big kid.
You did allude to the fact that you were looking for good students, and I see she wants to go into the medical field, so obviously a very bright young lady.
Gary, here's my goal. In 10 years from now, when we bring them back, right, for their reunion, I want them all to be doctors, lawyers. I want them to be very, very wealthy, because they're going to endow the program. That's why I got it all set. I always have a plan.
Or take care of us in 10 years. That would be the other thing.
Well, there's going to be a couple of really good doctors here.
Well, I'll need a doctor. John will need a lawyer. So that's the way that will work out. All right, let's go to Middletown, Delaware. Olivia Gums. Olivia Gums is considered one of the top 100 basketball players, high school basketball players in the nation. How did you go about finding her, getting her?
Well, Olivia, they think, is a center. Olivia is going to play perimeter for us. She is 6'1", 6'1 and a half, and she is dynamite. I found her, she came to me, she was at Grentz League coaching as an 8th grader. And she was going into her high school year, and I had said to my husband, I said, Carl, I have to remind myself when I'm working with her that she's not a college kid, because she's that far, she's this physical specimen. Her ability to go after a ball, you'll see, it goes right back up. Her quick twitch is unbelievable. I'm looking forward to that. She can shoot the ball, she can play it. Had a great summer. This year she shut down the kid that's going to Arkansas, who's 6'9". Played very, very well against the kid, Joyner Holmes, who's going to Texas, knocked them out. So She's excited about coming here. We're excited about it. She's going to be on our perimeter, 6'1", very, very strong. And sometimes I'm even going to use her to play the point guard on the other team. I'm going to shut them down.
John, you know, because you've been around basketball so long, you have to, if you see a player, it takes really about 30 seconds and you know she's a player. Well, and when I watched her, she's a player.
There's no question, and her athleticism is outstanding. The other trap you can fall into is pigeonhole kids, and you've been around the game long enough, Theresa, to recognize the skill set beyond what you see in that 15 or 20 second video clip. I watched her for the first time and I thought, okay, right away I had her boxed into that low post power kind of player. I hadn't seen her long enough to know what you know, that she can actually play probably all 5 positions on the floor.
The first time I saw her, I said to her parents, I said, she needs to be a 3. You need to send her somewhere where she's going to play at the 3. Never in my mind did I think that she was going to play for me, and I'm happy as can be, over the moon, that she's going to play the 3 for us.
That's terrific.
And I'm sure she's just as happy to be with you for another year, and then 4 more after that. So, and that's how it all came about, right? The association with your clinic at the time.
You know, when I got this job in the spring last year, she was the first phone call, and they were here. We actually had this class pretty much sewed up within 3 weeks, but we didn't announce it. We kept it under wraps, who was coming in and what was going to happen with it. But we're very excited.
Oh, I can tell. All right, Alexis Santarelli out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Obviously, really good, quick players come from Philadelphia. She's 6'2". She'll be a forward. Played at Bishop Eustace Prep School. Tell us a little bit about Alexis.
Alexis is someone who, her summer was fabulous. She had a great summer. She's a lefty, she's 6'3", still growing. She can shoot the 3, she can play inside, put the ball, take it to the glass, has a really soft touch, something that you can't teach. She's got this little flip that we're excited, and again, we're going to play big. We are going to play big here at Lafayette.
Being left-handed never hurts.
No,
I mean,
it's
a little. I remember when I worked for Butch Van Bredikoff, his goal was to get 5 lefties on the court at one time. They'd all be fighting for the right side of the court so they could take it to the basket. But I watched her. Great feet. I mean, she's got pretty good feet. She can, she's quick off her feet and can finish. Probably not as far along as maybe Olivia, but the potential is huge.
Well, I'm not worried about where they are right now, and let them play their senior year, let them enjoy it. Then summer we'll go to work and we'll continue doing things. But I'm excited because if you're going to chase number 1, you can't run fast enough to catch them. You have to do something different. You have to play differently. And in the Patriot League, there's a lot of guards, but we're going to go with size. We're going to play big. We're going to play through that. So we're looking for bigger players that we can post up, do some different things, and really be powerful.
Every time we chat, I hear 2 words always. They can shoot. And they also have size. Are those the 2 priorities you look for when you're recruiting?
The first is that I'm looking for a motor. I want a motor. I want somebody who is just really has a personality plus. Somebody that when you talk with them, Gary, I mean, they're engaging. I'm not looking for somebody who says, well, I've got talent, whatever. You're bored. Go, that's fine. Go somewhere else. We'll live without you. But the kids and the families that we're talking to, they have a motor. They're engaging. They can have a conversation. That they're going to do more than just play basketball. These kids probably will, if they have a chance, they might go over to Europe and play afterwards, but they're probably not going to play in the WNBA, which is okay. But they're going to be very good here.
It's a lot easier to slow a kid down than it is to speed a kid up.
You know that.
Theresa's talking about personality, and all the coaches on her staff that we've talked to about the next young lady tell us what a terrific personality she has. She's Tasha Vipond. She's out of Iowa, wants to be a civil engineer, 6'2", a forward, and everybody says, wait till you spend time with this young lady. She's just fun to be around.
Very, very bright, great sense of humor, but somebody that, she loves the left side of the floor, as you can tell, but she can play inside, and she's not afraid to shoot her from the 3-point line. So again, we have the ability to take the bigs and take them out. With the game. The game's changed a little bit today, so we're trying to stay with that, find pieces, find people who can fit the pieces that we want. She's not afraid to shoot it, put it on the floor, take it to the basket, not afraid to post it up. So you've got Alexis, you've got Tasha, you've got Olivia, you have our players who are returning, and we've got some great players who are going to be returning, so you put that all together, and guess what? I think you're going to make a nice little stew here.
And Tasha is one of those kids that you watch for 20, 30 seconds, and you know. I mean, she's got size, she's graceful, great touch, three-point range, mid-range, which is a lost art in the game today, and she can catch it in the post area, turn around, put it on the floor. I really liked her right away.
Yeah. They're all very bright. They have great, as I said, they have personality. There's something about them. You want the fans, when they come in here to Kirby and you watch these young people play, you want them to be invested in them and engaged in them, and at the same time, our players to be able to engage in the community, and that's what we have. And I'm very, very excited about that, because to go to Lafayette and be here, you have to be a very special person.
The average fan at home, they say, well, wait a minute, these kids haven't even played their senior year of basketball yet. Already today, they are signed, they know where they're going to go. You guys have taken a chance, obviously, on all four of them. How much does it have to do with AAU basketball being able to go around during the summer when you're not as busy? And how much does it have to do with their actual high school programs?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. Personally, I would like to see more skill sets, individual skill sets, things that we did in Grentz League coaching. And we've got somebody right now that I had, Nicole Munger, who's a freshman at Michigan, who scored 17 the other night and had 5 steals. But again, it's working on those sets, working on those skills, and being able to handle a ball, not just being all right-handed, but be able to go left and different things, and be able to shoot the ball, knock it down.
See, there's the rub. I mean, from a coaching standpoint, evaluating kids, it's great to go to these massive AAU programs, and you can see them in action. You get a lot done in a short period of time. You see masses of kids. But I think what's lost, Theresa, you alluded to it, is that there's certain fundamental stuff. I think it's harder for coaches at your level now, because kids come to you maybe in a more raw state than they used to.
Right. And John, you're absolutely right with that. That is why it's so important for us to find people who really have that motor, that curiosity about their intelligence and what they're doing. Same way in the classroom, same way with basketball, that they want to get better. Because if they do, then I have a whole I have a master. My staff are master teachers, and they will teach us. They will teach you the game. And if you want to learn that, we will be very, very entertaining to watch.
Well, that's what we expect on the Lafayette Sports Network when we watch the women play their home games this year. We'll have most of those ball games for you. Right now, Theresa's concerned about Delaware. Next Tuesday, it's Penn. But the first home game here at Kirby is next Friday night against Duquesne. Come on out and watch the new Lafayette women's basketball team. Fran O'Hanlon waiting in the wings. We'll talk to him about his recruits right after we take this time out.